Greetings and good afternoon to all my listeners and viewers out there on the Fit FM and Fit FM 96.7, Facebook, YouTube, the Primal 4K app. I want to welcome you all to Primal Sports Center. I'm your host, Dale.
And I'm Ken the Schwab Watson. You know what time it is?
Why don't if you're the Schwab or you're the Gerber, man? Which one?
I have so much names, you know. Even last night, I met up with one of my friends from a long while, and they call me GK.
GK?
And I said, a long time I don't hear that name, you know.
Yeah, that's from 2011.
Yeah, 2012.
Yeah.
I have so much names, you know. But on this show, I'm definitely the Schwab.
Oh, the Schwab. Oh, since that sports show, right?
Sports show, and you know, I bring the sports knowledge.
Yeah.
The stats, so, you know. So, for those who don't know where the name come from, I mean, growing up, I remember watching a sports show named Stump the Schwab. Schwab, everybody used to go against the
On
Schwab.
ESPN.
On ESPN, everybody used to go against the Schwab and test the sports knowledge and try to beat the Schwab. I mean, I think he had a high win rate, probably 98%. He probably lost one or two, but I mean, I'm undefeated.
Yeah.
Like the internet. I'm kidding, but yeah, I just try to, garner enough sports knowledge. I mean, we watch sports. That's what we do. That's why we host a sports show. And this week we have again, an interesting lineup.
Yeah.
But what's taking place now a lot is football.
Yeah.
Everywhere, all over the world. Here in Jamaica, we have the Jamaican Premier League. We have Manning Cup. We have leagues all over. And one thing, I'm guarantee you on a weekend, if you go in the supermarket or just walk through half a tree or anywhere you are, you see somebody in a football jersey.
Yeah.
We Jamaicans here love football.
I want to ask you something. More football is playing now more than ever before in the history of the sport, right?
Of course, definitely. The players are complaining about it.
I was about to ask. That's what I was getting at.
Players are saying that they might have to retire by age 30.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's really too much football. You don't think it might water it down a little bit too much?
There's pros and cons. We fans get to see more football, but yet still the players at the risk of getting more injuries. Further burnout. Yeah. But yet still, they're getting paid big bucks more and more these days.
Yeah, because they have to play more, so more
if you look
advertising.
Back in the days where, like say the 90s, or even can go back even further, what they're getting paid now versus then is an exorbitant amount. These people are making, what they're making per week, most people won't make in their lifetime. The average Joe won't make in their lifetime.
Yeah. So what do you think? What do you think is best?
I think that you can curtail it so that they don't play so much matches.
Yeah.
It's good to watch these matches and watch high-level competition. And the players get injured, somebody's going to step up and play. So it's like a gladiator system where, hey, you lose, then somebody else could come up and become a new gladiator, and then you have more players playing and more contracts, more. But yet still, you have to protect the players. It's not a factory run where people just go and just run up and down like machines, because it's high intensity. And the body can take so much and so less. So
I think
prevent injuries.
Yeah.
Looking at that from that standpoint, but from the neutralist standpoint or even the business owner standpoint, you have more matches, you generate more money. You go out there and play. If you're injured, you're gonna get a replacement. You're gonna get paid as well. So more people get money, and you get more money.
You're right. I think if you get immune to football, it becomes somewhat. It starts to get boring. You're seeing it every day. Sometimes you need that little drawback and that anticipation.
The break is less now as well. Even
that's what I'm saying.
Matches,
that's what I'm saying.
But yet still, it's a world sport, and you love it. Football is the biggest sport in the world. So if football on TV and playing,
but sometimes even back in the day with Elephant Man and Cartel was doing this in the after Ellie, when Ellie was just tune after tune, every 3 days a year a new tune come out, and then I don't know if it kind of make it feel, as I say, you get immune to it, somewhat get boring, you just hearing it coming out every day, and in comparison to like Michael Jackson, every 4 years. Every 5 years, when you just wait for that big build up to that anticipating the.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I might have to wait till sports commentary to ask Peter if he wouldn't mind in a Cartel song dropping every week. I know he's a big Cartel fan. Most of Jamaica. Once Cartel drop a song, like a T-shirt, you can't say anything.
Yeah, that is true.
It's a different climate, different temperature. As you said with Michael Jackson, Just, you know, he already set him name.
Yeah.
And him drop a tune. No,
Album, everybody just is a big anticipation, a build up towards it, and it makes it a little bit more exciting. You know, I hear them even want to carry the World Cup to. Not, I don't think it's the men's World Cup though. I think it's one of those age category World Cup to every 4 years. They're thinking of every 2 years. Sorry, they're thinking about that.
Yeah,
And I'm saying that couldn't be. That's
couldn't be feasible.
hold on. So you think
But they
who you
don't
think who you
care.
think making the money?
Not the player. Well, the players are making money.
No, but who you think really making the money for
But
the
sports is a
owners,
business.
right?
But sports is a
No,
business.
but you think them trying? That's what I think the players protesting over that same issue too. You know, I think they recognize that boy. Yeah, we making money now, but these guys are making 20 times what we're
But
making.
yet still, if you look at society, look at the people who, the builders, construction workers,
Well,
the
true.
nurses, the doctors,
The people who do the
teachers,
actual work, right?
the people who, fix the roads, build the roads,
Yeah.
cut out the highway, all those stuff. These people are making what they're making in a week.
Yeah.
These people don't make in their lifetimes.
That is true.
And they're
That is
complaining
true.
about burnout and
Yeah, but that is true.
I'm just not agreeing. But if you look on it on that tenfold, what these players are getting, look at Neymar getting paid now, not playing, foot on the boat, and
Yeah.
you know, girls around him and just living their life lavish, getting paid. These guys getting paid.
I think the owners are greedy, and I think the commissioner, or I don't know if it's a commissioner you call him, a football, FIFA, and I think these people are greedy. I think they need to cut back a little bit.
Cut back how? I mean, on the matches.
And of course, cut back on it because it seems as if it's just more and more.
But if you have a business model, wouldn't you try to find a way to make more money? From your business model? From a business standpoint.
Yes, from a business standpoint, yes, but you have to look at it also from a human standpoint as well. You know,
like machines. They don't care.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
can't play football, and I'm the owner. So you go out there and play. If you don't play, I'm gonna find someone else to play, and I pay them.
Boy, I don't know.
Guess what? People like me and you are going to buy our ticket receipts. I'm going to buy my jersey. I'm going to buy all those memorabilias. I am going to stream the match.
Yeah.
Whichever way they make money from it, we're still going to.
Probably right, but
I'm just saying it's two sides to the coin. It's how you look at it. The players will be like, "Oh, I'm injured." But even so,
the players have to stick together on this one, though. You know.
Even so, the players who sign the contracts, they're guaranteed money, whether they're injured or not, and they look at the end of the month.
Yeah.
They can buy what they want to buy. I see a football player. What's his name? Kevin Prince Boateng said when he was early 20s. I think it was 21 thereabouts. I don't remember the exact age. He said, from his upbringing coming up, and he had so much money, he just bought 3 cars in 1 week. And when he looked back on it, he was like, I shouldn't have done that. Man, buy an Escalade, he buy a Lamborghini, and he buy what's the next car? I don't remember the next car. One of the next expensive car. I don't remember one of those expensive things. I'm saying just buy 3 cars in a week, and I see him look back at it and he said, that only made me happy for like a week or 2.
Yeah.
That so the real happiness comes from being with his friends and families, and But when you look back on it as a youngster, you get so much money. So just buy 3 cars in a week. You say hardly drive them.
Yeah.
Back to training and play. So
Yeah.
These guys are making crazy money.
Well,
and
I guess
then if you're making money, what you doing? It's a job. And you get paid. You have to go out there and you do your job. And you complain about your job. What are you going to do? The boss going to do what?
I just hope it don't water down the whole level of play still.
And speaking of that, with even so, the matches, Champions League kick off this week.
Yeah.
We saw some upsets. We saw some big teams scoring 9 goals, and but even so, it's a new Champions League format, and with this new Champions League format, we see we are now, it has expanded. We have more games and more teams, which is now a 36-team league, from jumping up from 32, where they had 8 groups of 4. Now, 8 groups of 4, 32 teams. Now it's only 36 teams. There are 36 teams, and now the clubs are ranked in a league system. So the teams now will play more matches in the first one, whereby each team play 8 different teams. Obviously the teams are ranked in different pots. There are 4 different pots, so you have 9 teams per pot. But each team plays 2 teams from each pot. So we play 8 different matches, half at home, half at away. So at the conclusion of these 8 matches, the 36-team league, the top 8 teams move on to the round of 16. teams that are placed from 9 to 24 now, going to a next part now, where they play two-legged knockout phase matches to determine the next 8 to qualify to the top 16. So these teams now from 9 to 24 are going to play a home and away format. So finish 9 to 24, 9 play 24 and 10 play 23 and so on and so on. And those top 8 teams from that now go into the top 16. You continue the league again now based on the old format where it's not phase home and away. So back in the day, you play 6 matches in home and away. Now that's amped up where you play 8 matches now. And if you don't qualify, you have to play a next set now between 9 and 24. The teams from 25 to 26 get eliminated.
Yeah.
So more teams in it now, 36 teams, more matches. You got to play.
More football.
More football. They're trying to make it exciting. And big teams play big teams. You see your Bayern Munich dropped 9-2 early in the week. My side, Juventus beat PSV Eindhoven. Yeah, 3-1. Liverpool beat AC Milan 3-1. To name a couple. Madrid, some of the top teams. The only upset I would say for the week so far would be Barcelona losing to Monaco. But I mean, a lot of football is going to play, and as I said, as a football fan, I love to see it. I want to see it. So, but from a player standpoint, why are you giving us more matches? We already played such a long season.
Yeah.
We have international because remember you have to present the country.
I think I missed out one thing though, Kane. I missed out on the betting. I think this tied the additional match is tied into gambling, sports betting.
As well. I need to take it up. I need to look into sports betting. I'm not much of a gambler myself.
Yeah, but it's tied into that. More matches mean more money on the other side as well. So everything is all connected.
You have more matches to bet on.
Yeah.
As a fan, you have more matches to go to.
Of course.
I mean, jerseys are out. I mean, you name it.
Yeah.
It's a family outing. So, who's winning and who's losing?
Yeah.
The players say fatigue and playing more matches. You have a match Monday, you have a match Wednesday, you have a next match Friday. You go again, back to back.
You don't really have a loser if you really look at it. You don't really have a loser.
As I say, if a player gets injured, and next player steps up, steps in, gets paid, get a job to done. If you do well, you get paid more. Player that's injured still gets paid.
So is it a bigger roster now?
It's the same roster.
Same one.
But you still can, if somebody's injured, there's clauses where you can
put
people on loan or bring up people from your academy or, you always have youngsters in the wings. So, I mean.
Okay, and okay.
So, but there's more football. There's more football, football.
Yeah.
I love football. Play the football. So, but as I say, they need a break. They need a rest period, and that rest period is mitigating, is just getting less. So it's tough on them.
Yep.
But if you want to retire at 30 with, let's say, for the average player, the layman's player with $25 million in your bank account, and that's probably the lowest player, because I'm sure, how old is Raheem Sterling?
How old is Raheem Sterling?
Raheem Sterling is probably early 30s.
Yeah, about 31.
But 29, 30.
29? What?
And right now, Raheem Sterling play a lot of.
Older than 29, right?
I think he's around.
About 30.
But if you look at it, how much money do you think Raheem Sterling make out of football?
Yeah. 29.
Yeah.
Okay.
29. So for instance, Raheem Sterling retires next year at age 30. When you look in Raheem Sterling's bank account, how much money do you think would probably?
Yeah, we know.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, we know.
They want to retire at 30. If you want to play and make more money.
I retiring early in a profession, it's very dangerous.
And what age both retire?
Well, it's very dangerous. So let me put it that way.
Very dangerous?
Especially if you don't have anything else to do. You better make sure you have.
And doing sports commentary on BBC or on.
Well, that is good. That is good. Okay, you don't want to retire with that amount of money with nothing to do.
Yeah.
With no other
look at Tony
activity.
Tony Kroos retired the other day, and he opens a lot of stuff. Some academy in Real Madrid. Most of it is in Spain.
Back in yeah.
Him have this thing just pan out with Real Madrid. Him just.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
And I think he could play a couple more seasons, 2-3 more seasons, because Toni Kroos is still top level.
Yeah.
But I mean, retiring at 34 is it's everybody's dream.
Well,
It's tricky still, but
yeah.
you have to run the risk. If I can retire at age 30 with over $100 million in my bank
I
account.
said Tony retire early,
Well, no, I think he's around 34.
34.
Yeah, but I
You,
mean,
you know,
he could
the,
still
you know
play
the,
top level.
you know most of the great ones they don't want to stop.
No,
Period.
the only way to stop is when they on the decline going down way down.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ones who really play the sport for the sport itself, they
Michael
generally
Jordan
stay
coming
long.
back. I got retired twice and come
Yeah,
back.
you know, they always try to stay as long as possible. You know, we have to run them out.
Yeah, play till the wheels pop off.
Yeah, man.
I don't mind that.
Look at Merlin trying to run at 55 years old.
Look at Peter still going out there beating up people. Yeah.
Well, that is true. That is the ones who really
Once you love to
genuinely love
compete.
the sport, love to
I
compete.
just say once you have to compete, no,
Yeah.
kudos to Peter. Because I'm looking at it.
Yeah,
I think Peter's about 5, 10 years maybe older than me. I mean, in 10 years' time, I hope to be playing as well.
yeah, of
And
course.
he look young, same way.
Yeah, for
Yes,
the
so
ones them who love it and really, you know,
just
them
find a
always,
way to play. Find a way to play.
yeah,
Or even some Sunday evening football or.
yeah, of
As I
course.
see Thierry Henry in studio, and I'm sure Thierry Henry.
He want
still
play
think about
ball.
football.
Yeah, I'm still fit.
I'm still fit, and
Yeah,
I'm
man.
sure him, have a little Sunday league, him probably go play or whatever you, but.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, most of them. Some people, as I say, retire early. Bolt, to me.
You think both they really love track and field? I don't think so. I don't think both they really
Yes,
and
him
truly
just-
love
him-
track and
him
field.
just do it because
Him
he
just
can-
talented and him yeah, you could make a living, you know, but I don't think both they you know I know love track and field, Michael Johnson.
Yeah.
When you listen to Michael Johnson talk and him stay around it, him coach, him get back involved in the same sport. When you listen to him, Michael Johnson, you can know that him love it. I don't think both they really love
Carlos
it.
said love it.
That's
don't
I
really
think
see him
so.
around.
I think so. I think Carlos love it too.
Yeah,
I
but
think
you don't really see him around.
no,
no more.
but he's coaching. He's coaching.
Coaching,
He's still involved in track and field. But
It's about now coach or him the Dero and nothing.
no, I think Bolt was just enjoying himself. I don't think Bolt really love track and field like that. You know what I mean? He probably love cricket. I'm gonna tell you something. Bolt probably love football more than track and field. Bolt would have trade his career in track and field to be a professional footballer at Man U.
Yeah, he love football.
Of course, him love
And he
football.
love cricket too.
Yeah, but him
Bolt-
love football more than anything else.
If Bo was a footballer, he'd be playing up to this year.
Of course, he wouldn't retire.
Although check and feel the work rate and I mean,
Yeah, man.
with the,
But to love track and field still in is a different level. That's still in.
the training.
Yeah, the physical and no man, and
All season go back.
and there's no ball, there's no fun in it really. You just
There's
are running
no-
a straight line.
There's nothing to play with. No ball, you don't have a racket.
Yeah,
You don't.
yeah. It's not like you
bounce
try
the
to
ball
trick
and
somebody upon the other end of the court, or you know. There's no real,
Yeah.
you know.
Flicks and tricks. And,
Yeah.
So check and feel just try feel.
So for you to be like a Merlin is a special athlete. For you to love it that way, no man, you have to be special for love track and field to that level.
Come to think of it, yeah. I never really look at it like
Yeah,
that.
man, you have to love it, man. It's not like a ball sport, you can trick a man, you know, it kind of get your brain and move a different way.
You come up with a new trick or
Yeah, there's no
know,
trick you can come up with.
Yeah. Something
Yeah.
flary, trick the ball, a
Yeah,
penalty.
as
or-
we and Peter talk about the round the net chat and
Yeah,
who
it's
made the
something.
most, but what kind of chiquita, the inside.
Yeah, because Peter giving me a challenge now to make a shot that, reverse, what you call it? Pendulum to come back over.
Yeah.
I can do that, but him still never see it. So
Yeah.
I have to go improve on that. And so I used to say with Sheffield,
yeah.
it's hard to dice up.
Yeah.
You just dominate and he's been dominating for so
There's
long.
always something else in the ball sport where you can try something else. There's always something new where you can, try a new trick, but there's no trick in
Or
track
that
and
you
field.
try to dunk over that player.
Yeah,
Shoot
yeah.
from half court.
Exactly.
You score with your left foot versus your shoulder.
Yeah,
or
man.
something. Check and field, you just run and dominate.
Yeah, man,
Try
that's
to
just
feel
it.
over
That's
and
just
over.
it.
So that makes it hard.
Yeah, man. It's tough. So Merlin deserve our props,
Yeah. And even talking about Bolt, I was watching some races this morning. Something on YouTube, Fast Man Alive. A short clip. If you have time, you should watch it too. I want to really look on Bolt, Bolt 2008 versus 2012 versus 2016. Bolt Rob,
I've been saying this for years.
Yeah, that's I'm telling it to you now.
Yeah,
Publicly in front of
Yeah.
all these listeners.
Yeah, man.
when I look at Bolt in 2012 and
Yeah, man.
2016, Bolt never that prime up, you know.
Never.
When he won 963, the Olympic record,
It wasn't
you know,
prime either.
it's like him.
It was laboring. It was laboring.
I'm like, how this man won 963 and laboring?
Yeah, it was laboring.
Look,
No, I remember.
the 200 him destroy people when he
Yeah.
come off the bench and although the last one him kind of tie up at the line.
Of
still in
course.
2016, but
Bolt,
2008 Bolt
Bolt could have done way more.
was probably
And he was in 2021.
2011 when Germany in the prime up to
29. 09. It was the next year.
09, yeah,
It was just a carryover.
yeah, 08 and 09. After that,
That done.
Bolt rob way. Him treat the crowd. him that good.
Yes,
He was
man.
that good.
The man is an alien, man. He's a different
He was
breed.
that good.
Yeah,
He was
man.
better
Yeah,
than everybody. But
of course.
08 and 09 Bolt,
That was.
him could have put the record to a place where he wouldn't even be thinking if he could break the 100 or the 200 meter.
That's why I say.
Especially the 200 meter.
That's why I say if Bolt had Michael Johnson mentality, just for that little period there, Bolt to the
4-year stretch.
yeah, man. Bolt let's set the record. We better have one no lies trying to break it. They wouldn't have a chance.
You remember 2012? It was 2012 in
Yeah.
London when you and Blake beat in the trials.
Yeah,
And then Olympics was a couple weeks down the line, I think about 6 weeks.
I'm
And then
less
both
than that.
just-
4 weeks.
4 weeks, and both just said, all right, I'm going to get ready.
Yeah, 4 weeks.
And that's where you remember the 963
And the 1931 or 32.
So you just get serious in that. Not to say, I don't know what's in the camp. He's probably injured.
Yeah.
He's probably building up. But I'm just saying he wasn't prime.
No.
But in that week, he fix what I'm fixing. In those short week and run that time when nobody's ever run in history.
Yeah.
Nobody never run 963.
Yep.
Few people run 19.3. Him Rob deal.
Of course, I'm Robert. I know this long time.
Old trick with Peter. I'm
Yeah,
telling
man.
you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
He's
Easily.
that good. That's why, to me, as I saying,
The greatest athlete.
he's one of the greatest athletes of time. When I say rob people, I don't mean it in a sense, in a bad way.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm just saying, elite, top level boat, we haven't seen boat
Yeah.
at his
Because-
best for
yeah.
more than 2 years.
Yeah.
Germany and Beijing. Remember Beijing?
I think we can really say a year and a half, really.
Yeah, year and a
If
half.
you look at it still, really a year and a half.
Because Beijing, when him turned sideways,
Yeah.
it's like him couldn't believe say, oh God, that fast.
Yeah.
And then Onan him say, you know, Mecca show the world, say.
You can run.
Man, no.
Yeah.
And you know, people like him antics and him come and him, you know that image that he gave track and field, that charisma that put the sport in the limelight, which I mean transcend the sport, because both is the greatest track and field athlete in my eyes, but him put the sport to a level where, as I say, you can't just go out there and just compete and win. You
have to do a little bit more now. It's everybody doing it now.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
as I said,
Trend says
he
that.
ran a year and a half.
It's really a year and a half, but we're really a
And then
year and a
London
half.
fixed it a little, and then Rio and Bluff,
And bluffing way too real.
Bluff, and 982 him run
Yeah,
the
man.
finals and win.
And the whole place to look big and fat. Right?
Him just catch
stop
Gatlin.
heavy.
Yeah, him just catch him catch Gatlin at the line.
Yeah.
Him catch Gatlin at the line.
Yeah.
And just step past him so. And just
Yeah,
go so.
yeah.
Him know what you know. That
Of
man
course.
superb, boy.
Yeah.
Superb, but
Part of it.
part of it. But
We never get to touch on our local football.
Yeah.
So I know the JPL.
yeah.
I know Froggy want to touch this, because anytime Veer lose now,
So later,
anytime Veer lose, Froggy's on the ball.
yeah, so I want you from Froggy later in the show
Yeah.
after controversy boss talk about the JPL
Yeah.
scores and the fixtures, give you some money cup rundown.
Yeah.
So people, not only sports going on all around the world in football, here locally, so go
Yeah.
and support.
And the
your
JPL
school,
was good
go and
last year.
Support your community, support your side. And you so get some Jamaican merchandise.
Yeah.
But like say people in the Harborview jersey, the Arnett jersey, the Tivoli jersey. I'm sure I go after a Man U jersey, make see.
Yeah.
Because them a play today. You know when Man U a play, you go down for 3 years, see them, Not saying you can't rep Man U people, but
But the JPL,
rep a team, because the merchandise clean too.
of course.
Nice jersey.
Whose jersey do you like? Local.
Locally,
Yeah, and your name look good?
you have a purple side.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yes,
There's
I rep a Kingston Kai jersey.
no.
I'm
I'm talking Premier League.
Which jersey
Who
I
have a
like?
good
And
Premier
we
League.
must-
Annie Gann's playing a stripe look
I
like
must say
Newcastle,
that
don't?
the
It's
league,
red and black.
the
But
league
it's the
isn't,
colours, really.
the league has improved too, you know.
Yeah, and the fields.
Yeah, man.
I see what Freddie need
Yeah,
to
man.
park. I see
Yeah,
pictures of
no,
Freddie.
no,
up.
that
Yeah, man.
for a fact.
Yeah,
The
but the
fields
fields
have
improving.
improved.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So
We're
I
going
see-
to get the CEO of the Premier League, Mr. Owen Hill, on the show a couple weeks from now, probably midway
Yeah.
during the league, to see what's
Yeah,
going
we need
on
to
in the run.
support our own league, you know.
man. I
I
need
just
to put
say
some-
we're planning to go watch a couple more matches
Matches,
this
yeah.
year.
Tomorrow I might go down by and go check into.
If you
Yeah.
guys can ensure my security, I have a problem. Come on.
You, you need security.
Well,
Yeah, all right,
you
no
know,
problem.
you know who I am with the crowds, you know.
All
they-
right.
I don't want to be mobbed.
Yes,
Yeah,
all right.
And sometimes I'm saying some unpopular topics, you know, so that make it even worse.
Very controversial, like Leon Bailey. Yeah? But people, it's time for sports commentary with the controversial boss himself.
Gentle people, sports commentary. Good afternoon, all. I think that this year Jamaicans have a big psychological shock. I think our morale has been badly damaged by us losing that 100-meter final. I see some people post memes, world's 10 fastest, to say that Kishin have the fastest time, followed by Oman Yala, followed by Noah Lyles. And what the hell these lists? It's an argument to say that Kishin is the fastest in the world this year. Kishin is not the fastest in the world. To be the fastest in the world, you have to win the big race, right? What you do is that, for example, Oman Yala runs very fast up in the mountains of Africa, in the rarefied atmosphere. And there was that Italian who ran a world record for many years in the 200 meters, ran it at high altitude in Mexico. Those kind of conditions, we need to put everybody on the same conditions, bring them all, go through the rounds, and then we have the big dance. And that's what happens at the World Championship and the Olympics. But I think that, you know, like this year, I saw a list published of the 10 fastest men with Kishin on top. But you know what gives it away? There's no 10 fastest women's list. You know, who have the fastest time for women this year? You know, is it Shakari? Yeah, but we all know that the fastest is the girl from St. Lucia because she won the Olympic gold. But Shakari actually have the fastest time this year, probably 2 or 3 fastest times too, if you don't mind sharp. You know, no Jamaicans are putting up that list. So we need to take the losings that we lost, photo finish in the Olympic, and just move on. We're going to win a lot more races. This year, Premier League looked very interesting to me, and the storyline is different than the usual. This is a war of coaches. It's Mount Pleasant, coached by the returning Whitmore. It's Cavaliers, coached by the good boy Speed. And guess what? It's Craig Butler. What Butler team name again?
Veer Phoenix.
Butler with Veer Phoenix. But it started off bad because for me the byline is there's a common meme out there, a common video, a TikTok being released where Craig Butler is laughing and saying we're gonna do some things this year. Yeah. But I didn't like the fact that there was a mix-up or a mess-up that didn't allow Butler to have his full team. No, that's not sports. I don't like that. I need Butler to have his full team, JFF. I need Butler to have his full team so that we can see. Because this is a battle of coaches, don't we? Want to say, we want to see Butler is the super coach against Whitmore and Speed. I want to see the thing, man. And JFF, I think you spoil it because Mr. Butler is now claiming that they wouldn't ratify his list of players. Sabotage. And he played with a small list. Sabotage. Why are we fighting Butler? We already have on the Primal group, 1 or 2 of us are always fighting Butler. Yeah, man, I needed to lower Mr. Butler. So, local politics. I have noticed, I noticed the debate. We're not going to talk about people eating cat and dog. But on the big talk in Jamaica is that Vibes Cartel was on one of the party stage. I don't even know which one. He was on a political stage, Cartel. And when they released Cartel, I don't know if you remember, Cartel had that big kerchief over his face. And apparently it means something because him draw for the same kerchief for the big political meeting. Also on the stage was chief of the Maroons, Curry, and Jamaica's descendant of the Queen, Mr. L.A. Lewis. And they were all at this stage. And you know, some people say it's tacky for the PNP to have Cartel on the stage, but I don't think so. I think Cartel is a citizen of Jamaica, and I think he's well within his rights to express whatever side he chooses. And I am not saying I endorse one side or the other, but Mr. Cartel is a citizen of Jamaica. He was tried before the courts. He appealed to the highest court, which is the Privy Council, and the Privy Council set him free. And therefore, some people say it's a disgrace to have a formally convicted person on the stage. But then, remember this, you know, the system released him. The system released him because they didn't have the evidence to lock up the man or to further lock up the man. He's already served 13 years. And yes, I'm a fan. So, you know, what can I tell you? What I'm observing now, you know, there's another ex-convict in Belize. There was a convict in Belize. I don't know if you know this. His name was Mr. Burrows, I think he is. Right. And he was released. He went back to his native Belize. See if you see the parallels in the story. And he ran in the opposition of Belize. He's now the leader of the opposition in Belize. He came to Jamaica and visited a lot of uptown people, including the Prime Minister, including the head of Sandals Group and all these people. And the guy name is Shine. Shine, he was a rapper, Shine, that went to jail. We remember dancing in America somewhere, there was some shooting and Shine took the blame. And that Shine is now the...
Peter, yeah. Shine was convicted for it.
Yes, yeah, I know. Yeah. He and he said in his interviews that he took it for Diddy.
That's what he said?
Yes. Okay. He confessed that he was Diddy's scapegoat. So Shine came to Jamaica and I see some big man hugging up Shine. Yes, right?
No.
A lot. It's if you look on the social pages, you can see it. So Cartel could be a big man in Jamaica. Cartel probably could be, based on how I see him, was received by the crowd. If Cartel have political ambitions, Cartel could do well in Jamaica by offering himself. And listen, he could. You see what I'm saying? And one more political note. Richie Stephens have a song, I want you to check it out, you know. Richie Stephens make a song about Kamala Harris. And it's a good song. The man make a song about Kamala Harris that if Kamala ever hear the song, she might use it on the campaign trail. But him says some things where if anyhow Kamala lose, Richie might not be able to travel after that, you know. Because the song says some things. It's on YouTube, you can get it. Now, I have one question. One of my other commentators has said, the Prime Minister have a very bad report against him recently. And I'm not going to talk about it because on social media, we have to be careful what we say. Especially in Jamaica, we don't have that freedom to talk like American people, you know. Next thing I got to say something. And you know, them call me the place lockdown, Primal, not on the air. We have to be careful what we say in Jamaica. So I'm not going to comment on the Prime Minister, but one guy commented, the Maverick commented on it. And he wanted to know how the Prime Minister get rich so sudden. Right? How come the Prime Minister gets rich? The Prime Minister was not no rich man. How come the Prime Minister is one richest man? And I'm not saying anything about it. I'm just saying that sometimes Jamaican bad mind, you know? Some, not all. And what is wrong if the Prime Minister get a lot of money suddenly? I don't know. I'm just asking the questions. What is wrong if the Prime Minister go into politics and he's running the country and, you know, we don't know what him do and all of a sudden him thing full up of money? I don't really know if anything wrong. And Maverick is saying that he need to come to Jamaica and explain. He don't need to explain anything to anybody. He's the Prime Minister and is his business, right? He appoint the judges and the courts and all that. And Integrity Commission, they want to know the man business. Lord, the Prime Minister, make him spend him money. You know, what if the man have a house? What if he was living in a one-bedroom apartment and all of a sudden he's living in a mansion? Do we need to question that? No, we must trust in the Prime Minister instead of asking questions. And furthermore, if I go say something for cause suspicion, next thing you know, police call me and all these kind of things. So I'm just saying.
One bedroom we live in.
Yes, Jamaicans take, you know, I'm sure the Prime Minister made good investments along with his wife, who is the thing there, and he's done very well. And so we should encourage and lift up those people who have done well, instead of questioning why the man get rich so suddenly. You know what I mean? Well, that's sports commentary. What say you?
Every time I want to ask a question, no. They're allowed to trade the prime ministers, they're allowed to do trading and all them things in the stock market.
I think that if the prime minister is good at trading and he puts in his thing and he makes a lot of money, and even though some people are saying that the prime minister he has appointed a lot of his friends into different positions and so on. But I mean, sometimes his friend make the money, he's not the prime minister.
Okay.
You know, why they have up the man? Just because the man gets super rich.
All right.
Yeah, that's what's coming. What's it?
I mean, being a prime minister, I think, is a well-paid job, eh?
Of course.
Not
of
on
course.
paper.
Yeah. On paper, it have it as a low wage. But
running
you know,
the country is not an easy task, people. So.
Yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult. But Cartel, though, but if Lisa Hanna can be in parliament, she was MP, right? Yeah.
Yes.
And Juliet Cuthbert.
Yes.
Cartel can very well be up there. The people love Cartel, you know.
They do.
The young people. Cartel can get the votes of the people, especially young people.
I think Cartel is one of the most articulate musicians we've ever seen.
Easily.
And he's very bright and can contribute a lot. And I think that if we have these icons, I think Bolt could probably be Minister of Sport.
Minister of Entertainment,
yes,
sports.
I think entertainment, sports. I think Cartel would be a good addition to the thing.
Yeah.
L.A. Lewis could help to deal with youth and culture. L.A. Lewis.
Yeah.
You know, I think that Jamaica, Jamaicans have a lot to contribute.
Listen, L.A. Lewis is a great man too, you know.
Yes.
No, listen, I've seen, from me a little boy, may I say, the feeder dealer, the little sign with L.A. Lewis written all over Jamaica.
Yes,
you know?
yes.
You probably
I know.
L.A. Lewis.
No, but that's what I'm saying. L.A. Lewis,
a great promoter.
yes, he's a great promoter
The man
and could
can
do
teach you
a lot for
some-
tourism and all this kind of thing.
Of course.
You really think Edmund Bartlett can attract more people to Jamaica than L.A. Lewis?
I think L.A. Lewis is the man.
Yes.
No, I agree with you. I think so.
I think Craig Butler could be director of the JFF, could be president of JFF.
Yeah, man, these are great people, man.
need to
Man,
use up the
them
resources.
outside of the
Yeah.
traditional way of
We need
doing
to
things,
think
but but it's true.
I love this show today, boy. I will have so much on this show ever.
Yeah.
I tell you, but I mean, never say never.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we all have a human mind.
Of course.
So
Of
the
course.
mind is willing.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you look at who is running for the presidency in the States, I mean, some people.
Oh, Trump?
Yes.
Of course. That's why I
I don't
kind
really
of.
like to call names, you know, but
Yeah, but that's why sometimes when I look at boat rallies, I will watch a Trump one because it's very entertaining, you know.
we talk about the cat and the dog.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And the man and him straightforward too. He's not political. You know, he's not correct.
You think Trump will tell it like it is?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
He's a straight
I mean,
shooter.
most people, you tell a man that you tell a man that they're eating the dogs. The people eating the dog. You can imagine you chain up your dog and you come back and you see the chain bust. And the people
This is cheering all over. Oh,
Yeah, man.
oh, gosh.
Yeah, man. But yeah.
Aye. I don't even know where to start from that commentary. Man.
But it's true. It's true.
I was in the cabinet.
Yeah.
I tell you.
But LA Louis special look. Yo, it's year. Man, talk over 30 odd years, you know.
you know that
The whole of Spanish
cartel.
Town Road. the
No,
buildings
no,
and
no,
the-
for years, and he must have been doing it from very young. Because
course.
from I'm a little boy, I'm seeing this L.A. Lewis on the walls.
I used to wonder who is this, you know.
I don't know where.
No, but no, if you think about it, I think Cartel had political aspirations from a
Yeah.
long time.
Yeah.
Him have a song named World Government. Nothing else makes sense. You know that song?
Yeah.
World Government, every youth have a Beamer, every youth have a Benz.
Yeah.
World Government, nothing else makes sense. And I studied that song because it makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. It's one of the baddest lyricists to ever come from that island, yeah, man. I think,
People them love him.
yeah,
I
man.
always say that.
Yeah, man.
I always say
I
that.
probably say he's a top lyricist. When you talk about pen and paper, putting words on paper It's cartel.
Yeah.
It's definitely cartel. Man. Bob Marley is there too, but it's cartel.
Different genre.
Different genre, but
same Jamaican.
same
I think Bob
greatness.
Marley. I don't know if Bob Marley wrote all his songs. I think Cartel used to write songs to other people.
Yeah, they kill all
Yeah,
of them.
yeah.
All of them. It's a special youth, man.
Yeah.
Special. Yeah. Well, anyway.
Looking back on Peter's sports commentary, which sports we talk about again? I
but-
remember.
yeah, but-
Hey, Lewis and
I mentioned track. I mentioned football.
Football.
Yeah,
JPL.
yeah.
Local football. I remember that. now.
No UFC last week.
No, there's no UFC.
You never make a prediction last week.
It came true, man.
No,
Week
before last, I was
Okay.
100% accurate. In fact, some people call me and want to know how to send money to me. I don't have a PayPal set up for that. But my high degree of accuracy, especially choosing upsets, because this was an upset, and it took a lot for me. When I ran the computers at first, I saw a choke out in the third. And then I ran it again and I say, no, it might go to a decision. But I still announced it would be a choke in the fourth or the fifth.
Okay.
But then the takedowns eventually added up. And Shane Malik didn't have enough techniques. But I thought he would be the triangular choke. He was susceptible to it, as well as the drag down. But you see, you have to understand my knowledge of fighting is on another level.
Yeah.
Different kind of something.
Yeah, we understand.
Yeah, and it's making me money.
Yeah.
Before we have Frog in 5, on the topic of another sport making more money, it's track and field. So next year, track and field, Diamond League will increase their total price to 9.24 million. That's shared.
You know, this Diamond League this year was a total disappointment because at the timing of Diamond League didn't have any coordination with the Olympics, to my eyes, and so it was an anticlimax, and it never worked out right. Nobody can even tell us who is the champion of the Diamonds.
Yeah, we don't know.
I mean, is our guy is a Jamaican actually win the last race in Brussels?
Blake,
Yeah, but the fact is, it's a ridiculous race. I mean, some people finish in 11 seconds, 12 seconds, 13 seconds, and Akeem Blake finished in 9.99, something like that.
9.93.
9.93?
Yeah.
It killed me for 600. Something like that.
Yeah, I mean,
But yeah.
I mean, we lost the goal by what, 0.005.
But the Diamond League was certainly not properly organized
Yeah.
with respect to the
So
Olympics.
hopefully next year will be even better because even so with the increased price pool, hopefully we get more meets, more
Better structure
competition.
and-
What do you guys think of these little carnival things that going on with the plant is running against War Woman? They want
I
to
love it.
expand it. They want no 400-meter girl to run.
Care thing
And
against Keeling.
what is happening?
I like it.
It's similar to Donovan and Michael Johnson.
Yeah, but it's a circus atmosphere now. You do realize
It's
that that's not.
entertainment.
Yeah.
I don't. It's not that well. It might end up being more
It's like
serious as you
boxing
go
versus
along. But
wrestling.
Yeah, it's still a circus for me.
Yeah,
It's-
Wrestling
true,
has its
true.
viewers.
What about table tennis versus badminton? I mean, we
We play squash.
yeah, we play a sport in between. You
play
know what I
squash,
mean?
man.
That's a
These
little
are
bit. That's
novelty.
that's
It's
way
a
off. though.
circus.
That's a little bit way off.
Well, I mean, the
It's a
people-
circus. It's a circus, but
I'ma ask you,
I think
do you like it?
It was a good event, this
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
It was very
Duplantis and
successful.
War Room.
Duplantis was a legit runner, and he kept it quiet.
Yeah, so I mean, next year we'll see where the top athletes will share $18 million in the prize money and promotional
In the Diamond
fees. Yeah, equal rewards for male and female athletes across 32 disciplines, and each series meeting now offers up to 500,000 in prize money, with 2.24 million at the Diamond League final.
Before I go, Kane, I want to ask you one thing. You search the Diamond League. We just finished the National Table Tennis Championships, and you and I have a lot of international exposure. And the presentation in nationals, I think, would be better if, like at the US Open, your finals was played in prime time. So I believe that next time the JTT have a chance, put the main table in the middle of where the spectators are, play the big matches there, because I ended up playing on a windy court that was probably set up by the tournament directors
To get you out.
Yeah, but not saying if you play the best matches and the best court, the best conditions, and at the prime time, who cares if it's veteran and rural is played at 10 o'clock in the night? Nobody's watching those matches. Play those matches at prime time, because I have it on good hand that the national champion was not even interviewed. You were talking.
Yeah.
I hear that you were not interviewed.
No.
I was interviewed.
Was
but
interviewed.
not by
Well,
the
he should be
media
interviewed
houses.
because the fact of the matter is that I am used, maybe because as a former national champion, I'm used to a certain amount of prestige.
Yeah.
And usually the press come to me and say, "Can we talk to you, sir?" And I said, "I'm busy." No. You know, people come to me.
I'm wondering if they forgot.
What's happening?
I saw other people getting interviewed all over.
The media,
Maybe they forgot.
the media sometimes don't treat the champion like, and you have to remember, people like me and Kane, the others are not like us, you know.
They're not like
They're
us.
not like us. So you need to interview the man because he earned the interview and he has some things on his mind. Well, usually I have things on my mind that I need to talk about. If I won the tournament this year, I would have talked about the investigation with the Prime Minister. And all those things. But you have to, you must respect the champion. And as you are a member of the organizing committee, in fact, you are the main organizer, I would like to see that the big matches are played on prime time in good settings.
Yes.
And when you go US Open, you've seen it, you know.
Yes,
where there's an era where the top guys
and
go.
he's exposed.
Yeah, where the top guys
He's
go.
been to top tier tournaments, so you should know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had to carry my own water. My hydration needs were not being met by the association.
And Peter, we had free hydration in the corner. Maybe
I
they
thought
didn't
that was for
know.
the ordinary folk.
No,
Yeah, it was for people like me as well.
That's for the athletes, free of cost.
Okay.
Just for free.
That's good. I think you're listening to me now.
Yeah.
Top guys.
But you're right though. The courts would have to try and design it in a way that we can have
you
the
crowd the
stands.
stands around the
But the
top
problem
tables.
with the venue is that based on where the lighting
I
is.
understand this.
So what we can probably do, you probably have to section off a piece and then all the little matches play behind the stands.
I understand.
With another set
But
of stands.
at
And you have 4 tables, which is maybe.
US Open, that's
four
a
main.
good example.
Yeah.
They have 6 tables in one small area, and then the
100 tables
there's a
at the
pool
back.
with the 100 tables.
Yeah, I agree.
So you have to
I
think
agree.
along those lines.
I agree. You have the air more surrounded.
My problem is I could help you guys in administration, but I'm still an active player.
Yeah,
I need to be in the team.
I agree.
I like the point where he said, as he said, 6 tables,
Mm.
and then
The other tables in the back.
A lot of tables.
You know
So
that
the big
it-
matches,
Yeah.
whether it's even said, it don't have to be the senior singles.
Finals.
Under 13 finals,
Yes.
semi-finals, or
Yes.
whatever, under over 40 finals, all those matches, you go up to the top table.
And if you go to big tournaments, when the top players finish and coming off court, it's natural that they go through this room where media is there and they talk to the media and then they move on out. That kind of thing. So that they don't have to go search for Kane Watson.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You see, what is happening is that the real big stars of the game, the last big stars really had were Joseph Dibbs and myself. And after us, the other stars were just up and coming. You know? But that's another story.
I tell you.
All right.
Yeah.
Point taken. Eh?
So, touch on table tennis championships. I see areas, making the airwaves before and after the national championship is trying to get a player national status instead of commenting on what really took place at the national championships.
Yeah.
Because for one, Mark you, I guess that can get public news or touch areas, but for one of the things that I didn't see get highlighted as much is that I'm playing table tennis, and in recent times, I've never seen 2 16-year-olds make a semi-final at national championship. And I think that, for one, I will not touch on myself saying that, I won and I deserve this interview and that. Mark you, I mean, in every national championship I've won, I've done interviews with both the media houses, CVM and TVG. This year, I don't know what happened, but even so, to me, the highlight of the championships, I mean, some say, yes, I win the 5th one, but to me, the highlight of the championship is 2 16-year-olds making the semi-finals. And another 14-year-old making the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
And I mean, but even so, I play nationals, and I mean, this is my 9th straight final. I've never seen 2 16-year-olds make a semi-final. I mean, me at age 16, I don't remember, I think I made it to the quarterfinals. So even so, we have talent, we need to promote that, push that out, to say, hey, these 2 can even make it on the senior team and highlight it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, highlight even some of the veteran players that came back and play. So
what-
there's a lot of
what-
positives. At the
Yeah.
national championship.
What I think happened is that media is now much larger than ever before. Yeah. The media is much larger than ever before. So you had a lot of media, but it's not so much television, it's mostly radio.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of the issues. I don't know why TVJ and CVM didn't cover it, but you had a lot of other media outlets there. But media is not like back in the days where it's just two stations covering. No, we have an issue that
Just here in Primal.
let Adi wait for a minute here, so we can tell the viewers what you're saying about the coverage of what took
Getting
place.
a player citizenship for Jamaica.
Yeah, and you're saying that it was more highlighted before the championship and after the championship, which is correct. There's a player, a Nigerian player that is now has been living in Jamaica for about 4 or 5 years now.
4.5 years.
4.5 years now.
Early next year we'll make 5 years.
We'll make 5 years now. He's one of, I'd put him in the top 6 in the country in terms of table tennis ranking. Definitely
a top 10 player.
A top 10 player in the
Maybe
country.
In top 5. So
Yeah, been having some issues in terms of trying to represent Jamaica and playing in the national championship. And everybody knows this. To play in a national championship, you must be a citizen of that country.
Yeah.
If you didn't born here, you must be naturalized and you must have documents to prove that in any country that you go. Whether it's America, as a matter of fact, even England, the rules there is even more, is extremely strict. You know what I mean? So Adi was trying to play the national championship, was denied because he doesn't have he's not a citizen of the country, and he has not gone through the process.
He's not the only player as well.
And he's not the only player. We have one of my young students, William and Simon, that didn't get to play as well. But rules are there to keep things straight. Yeah. So now
the rule is that you need a Jamaican passport.
you need to be a citizen. You need to naturalize whichever process. You just need to be a citizen. Now, the big story now that's been overshadowing, I think, your success and the youngsters' success at the national championship is this story with Adi being denied participation.
I think that maybe, as we touch it now, brief on the show, maybe next week we can set up an interview with him to break that down and bring that news to the Primal listeners.
Yeah.
So we probably need to sit down and maybe a 15-minute discussion with him of what's going on, what happened, what he's looking to happen. So maybe next week we can get him on.
No, I think we have him right here now.
So we touch on it.
All right, good afternoon. This is Adi. Can you pronounce your name for you? Maza mess up your name already. Hello? Adi? You're live? Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, man. Go ahead. Tell us your name. Pronounce Adikin. Adikin?
You hearing us, Adi?
Hello?
I think that he's currently playing a club league match, so hopefully next week we can get him an interview and sit him down and see what is going on, what he'd like to do, where the issue is at, and I mean.
But let me just finish off. Overall, I think people need to understand that there are rules and laws that governs everything.
Yeah.
And a lot of people was saying that, oh, it's unfair. You have a small set of people say it's unfair, but it's going to be unfair to the other set. If you're not a Jamaican, you simply just cannot play in the national championship, but you're allowed to play in any other tournament. And the rules are the rules, Nowhere in the world you could not go to China and say you're just living in China and want to play the Chinese national championship. You won't be allowed. So you just have to get your thing in order. But as you said, next week, I guess he will come on and discuss where he's at with the process of getting himself naturalized to represent the country. And I know that is one of his dreams as well, to play for the colors. He wants to represent Jamaica. So let us wait until next week and we can get a full interview with him. All right?
I agree. All right, now we have Froggy in 5.
We talk like a football now, because JPL start last week. I will never really get for diving night, so I dive night now. So we had a couple postponed games, Tivoli and Mullines and Lions and Cavaliers. They were postponed. Cavs had CONCACAF League to be played, so they weren't able to play. I don't know what's the issue between Tivoli and Mullines. However, just a quick rundown. Waterhouse won, Newcomer Racing United out of Portmore, out of Gregory Park side, 0. Chapelton Maroons returning Chapelton Maroons defeating Harbourview 2-1. Arnett defeating Dumby Holding 3-0 and Mount Pleasant defeating Portmore 2-0. You know my favorite score already. Mobe with their coach Zapata defeating Veer with the mighty Butler 4-1. I know the complaints start already, and I think I feel like said Craig Butler believe that he's the Jose Mourinho of Jamaican football because there's some controversy with him. So he's going to tell us that 14 players, all our 14 players, were not able to be registered in time. And so in my head, I'm like, Craig, 1 week before JPL start, you never know you have 14 players unregistered. Why you never come out in the media before and say, why it not gonna look good now 14 players? Why you wait until the match done and you get 4-1 and start complaining?
Results.
Say you have 14 players out. You're a big man, you know? Tired of that foolishness now, man. Take your beatings.
Don't you think that affected?
No, I don't think nothing affected nothing. Really? Nothing affected him. Furthermore, Butler shouldn't even be on the sideline because Butler don't have a coaching license. He don't have a B license. 2 years now, the rule has been in place in JPL that all coaches should have a B license.
So how is he there then?
Ask me, I don't know.
Maybe my you don't know.
Him don't have no B license. That's why he's fined 50,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
JPL fine him?
Yes.
So each match you're going to fine him 50,000?
Once he's on the sideline and instructing the players, $50,000 fine. They don't have a B license.
What is going on with this whole? What's this?
Lenny Hyde was I think them probably pull back Lenny Hyde because he's in the process of getting his license. But the rule for the past 2 years has been all coaches should have at least a B license, even if you're coaching schoolboy football. 50K.
That's not why the match was last.
But even so, just as say.
We just say.
Him don't have a B. Him don't
have a coaching license. Don't have a B license to be coaching. So he should be on the sideline instructing everybody.
As a matter of fact, what's shirt Craig Butler?
Yeah, man, I go search everything about Craig, you know.
But all I have to really say is that Craig has to be careful because he's now in a league where you create a lot of enemies because there's a lot of youth them from the school time that are now playing in the league. And they had the talent during school and he had the connections. And for some strange reason, some of them never get the connection there because they weren't affiliated with Phoenix. I know that is theme grounds if you're not Phoenix. If you're not a Phoenix, you're not a Craig. So he's coming up against these guys now, and JPL is not a joke league. These guys, this is our Premier League. These players who are playing, them take it serious. So if you feel him, I'm going to just walk in the league and win, so have a next thing coming.
Why shouldn't be able to walk into the league?
Because these guys are coming for him. Him say I'm coming for speed. Everybody coming for him. It's not a joke. Big target.
So remember what him do at Mona, you know. Just remember that. Right? Man said I was going to do it.
Those things happen once every 50 years. Once every 50 years. Yeah. Nobody's But we just say. But look at it like this. If you have the connections, if you really want if you really want the respect in football for Jamaica, you have to just share the connections.
Oh, you want him to share his connections?
Yes, Kaim Dixon is now at Charlton. Kaim Dixon is an Arnett Gardens player. You know, Kaim Dixon reached Charlton?
How?
Through Mount Pleasant. Mount Pleasant and Charlton have a connection. Charlton reached out to Mount Pleasant and asked about Dixon. Mount Pleasant couldn't do nothing. Mount Pleasant got back to Arnett and said, boy, Charlton asking about your player, you know. Transfer. Arnett was a little bit hesitant because, you know, when you transfer him to Charlton probably just loan him back to Mount Pleasant and that is it. But it was a serious move. And this was a move. Arnett didn't have the move, didn't have the connection, but Mount Pleasant have the connection.
So you're saying
share it.
It's okay, but no, share.
No, share.
Why should he share?
You have a point of
share it.
For one.
The youth them affibus. The youth them affibus.
No. It's more of a national issue Fraggy have. In terms of
national players, so eventually
speaking about
but Peter, give Fraggy a little leeway on this one. But now he's saying the selfishness of Craig Butler.
That is
can
business.
Is a man hard for work with him?
No, I understand what Fraggy is saying with this
and
this one.
And this is why people just don't respect him in football in Jamaica.
You're saying that
you have the connections, you know.
You say people don't respect him.
A lot.
Of course, yes. That's great.
No, I Butler's a great man. But Fraggy's right though, Peter.
Share the connections.
He's
So
right.
why should he share
the national
connections?
interest, in the interest of
I
the
him same-
national
I him same-
of the
The
country.
JFF have a national
He's
interest.
just he's just
JFF
saying
have a
that
national
No, man,
interest.
share.
Craig need to be a little bit more open with his connections.
Yeah.
To who?
Why
With
not?
who? We do the JFF?
You know,
With
the
the same people that
JFF,
fight
with
him
the, with the
and make him
clubs, with the
14
same
players.
clubs.
That's
Hold on.
JFF, not
We don't say
JFF.
JFF don't say
The,
nobody
man,
go for
the
it.
same people who are banning 14 players. He's the
Nobody not
Never
banning.
forget that. Craig is a victim.
Right
They
now,
try to block him
Kaim-
from being a coach.
Kaim's
They're
co-
afraid of him.
Yeah.
You
Kaim,
know, say every young youth right now
Kaim-
want to be a Kaim.
Mount Pleasant, right?
Yeah.
Forever be grateful to Mount
And
Pleasant.
what does that have to do with Butler?
Eh?
Tell me
No,
what
no,
that
no. He was just giving an example
Yeah.
of what.
Butler could have said, hey, what? I have a club for you, know. Kaim, come here. Speaking of Kaim, he scored yesterday for Charlton under 21. Score and assist.
First goal?
First match, first goal, first assist.
A big player still. I'm gonna be a good player. He's gonna
Charlton
be a
under
good
21.
Fraggy.
man,
We
share
carry
the
on too late.
connections,
We
man.
carry on too late. But I agree with you with this one. All right, well, people, you know, we're out of time. You know, this always happens every week, you know, every week. It doesn't matter the time limit for the show, whether it's the overtime or the regular time.
We can go for hours. But we hope you
Yeah.
enjoyed the show, you know. And I mean, without you, the show wouldn't be possible.
Yeah.
To thank the viewers, the listeners, Dave.
Yeah, Fit FM 96.7, Primal 4K app, Facebook, YouTube, the World Wide Web. Well, we'll have to thank the people each and every week for tuning in. And we want to reach 60,000 people. And we still don't get no callers from Trelawney and the West. We're waiting. All right.
See you next week, same time, same place. Peace from the Primal Sports Desk.